Morena. It's Wednesday. Maybe like the 18th or something. No, maybe the 19th. And I've had a big sleep because it's my weekend. So I thought I would hang out with you guys again this weekend. I have 2 full days off again, which is really amazing. So I've just had a big sleep in and woken up and brushed my teeth, and I'm gonna make some lemon water now, I think. And yeah, I have no plans really. I just started my period, so I'm probably just gonna chill out and rest, eat some good food. This probably won't be a very exciting video at all, but I like watching these sorts of videos. I might do some baking or something, and yeah, maybe tomorrow I'll feel a bit more energy and I will go out for a drive or a walk in the forest. My third eye pimple. But yeah, you guys can come along with me. So thanks for being here. A little bit messy in here because we went to bed really early last night, and Max just woke up this morning and went to work, so he didn't get a chance to clean up. So I'm gonna give the place a little bit of a tidy. You know, there's days where you just like cannot be bothered to do anything. I've just been sat here on the couch reading my book for like an hour, drinking my tea, and I started to get a bit hungry because it's like midday, and I haven't eaten anything. I just had the tea, so I was just snacking on this muesli slice I made last night. It's really good. Just like a basic healthy muesli slice. It's got a base of like mashed dates, honey and organic peanut butter, and yeah, some raw local honey, and yeah, then I just added nut seeds, goji berries. I think I did hazelnuts, almonds, goji berries, some organic dried apricots, and I did some chocolate chips. These are the best chocolate chips. If you live in Aotearoa or New Zealand, I think they ship internationally, but if you live in New Zealand, these are the bomb chocolate chips. It's Weave Cacao, and it's the same co-owner. One of the co-owners is also the founder of Cacao Ambassador, so she works really closely with the amazing cacao farmers in the Pacific Islands, like Papua New Guinea and Solomon Islands, Vanuatu. So it's really, really high quality cacao, and the farmers are paid, you know, as they should be, and they get to enjoy their own chocolate. So yeah, I put those chocolate chips in, and it's actually really nice. I've made those heaps before, but this is good to have as a snack for like just something quick and healthy and easy. So I'm snacking on that, but I'm gonna make a cacao now, because I need a bit of energy. To make my cacao, I measure out like the cup I'm having, the cup that I'm gonna have. I just put like, I just fill it with water. So I filled this with water because this is the cup I'm gonna drink my cacao out of, and then I put it into the saucepan. And then while I'm bringing that to a boil, I chop up my cacao. And then you just wait for the water to boil, and then I'll add the cacao into the water. But in the meantime, I'm going to top up my feed, the feed for the sparrows. The native birds don't really like this, like the tui or te waka waka. But the sparrows like this, and I like to sprinkle some seed outside our place here, so that they can come visit. But you might have heard about like when you drink cacao, it has to be a ceremony, and it has to be this type of cacao, and you have to have it with no sweetener, and like etc, etc. But the beautiful thing that I have learned from Una, who is the Cacao Ambassador founder, who is led by the spirit of cacao. What I've learned from her is that cacao doesn't want us to have rigidity and rules, and she really is more of an intuitive feminine guide for me, and that is what I just love about cacao, is that you can enjoy her, and you can benefit from cacao in whatever way you please, whether that's having cacao every day, adding sugar or milk or spices or whatever you want. Doesn't have to be so rigid, and doesn't have to be all these rules around cacao. So yeah, I just wanted to say that if you've ever tried it and you thought, oh, this feels like I have to do it a certain way, or it's not tasty because it's so bitter and I want to add sugar or anything like that, just, yeah, you can enjoy cacao however you feel called to. Oh, the sparrows are eating the seeds. gosh, they're so cute. I want to get one of those window bird feeders. If anyone in Aotearoa knows where I can get one of those window bird feeders, because I tried to find them like at Bunnings, and I don't know, I looked at Bunnings and I looked at another hardware store, but because I think you need to get them from like a shop that's got an outdoor gardening section, I guess. I don't know, but I tried to find one and I couldn't. So if you know where I can get one of those, please let me know, because we've got a perfect window for it. I actually even think I asked for this on like one of my first videos I did. Yeah, that reminds me to keep looking. Okay, the cacao is pretty much ready. I kind of let it boil for like 5 minutes or so, sometimes more when I get distracted. But I'm going to put it in the blender now, which is not something I always do. Normally I make it when I'm more in a rush to get to work, so I don't always put it in the blender, but I'm going to today because I have time and it makes it like really frothy and creamy. So I call it my cacao-chino because it's like a cappuccino. And I'm going to add some of my shatavari kalpa. So I made a video on my Instagram actually of me making this. So if you're into Ayurvedic, medicine, let me know and I can send you the video for the instructions on how to make this. But it's basically shatavari, which is a really beautiful healing plant from Ayurvedic medicine that is used predominantly for women's health, women's reproductive healing. And so I've started my period today, so I'm going to have some of this. I added coconut sugar, ghee, cinnamon, turmeric and ginger, so really warming spices. And it smells like cookies, like when you open the jar. It just smells like so good. It's really so good. I need to make some more actually. So I'm going to add some of that, and yeah. See now it's boiled down to like a really creamy, thicker texture. And then I add coconut sugar because the kalpa I just added doesn't have heaps of sugar in it, and I like it sweet. And I also don't always do this, but today I'm just going to add a splash of organic soy milk, just because I feel like being a bit decadent today and treating myself. It helps to cool it down as well because it was just boiling. I know this probably isn't great for my plastic blender, but gotta do what you gotta do. So you don't need to blend it for long, only like 10 seconds, because it's obviously really hot. I don't want the blender to blow up. See, it just gets a lot more creamy and bubbly when you put it in the blender. So it's not necessary, but it is a good step to include. Kia ora. I have just been chilling for most of the day, really. Yeah, I've been just reading my book and watching some YouTube, and I just made a quick congee, which is like a rice dish, really plain and simple. And I just ate that for dinner, and yeah, I honestly haven't been doing much, so I thought, well, I'm not going to bore you guys with that. And yeah, but I'm just about to make a pudding. Max has been at work since like 8 a.m. or 8:30 or something, and it's like nearly 7 p.m. now, so I don't know, I feel like something sweet, so I'm gonna make this like date pudding.
Name again?
Oh,
I can't remember.
Julia Roberts.
That's the one.
It's quite serious.
At the very least, it like completely ruins
their gut health,
yeah,
of course.
Exactly.
Kia ora. I have just been watching a podcast on YouTube, chilling on the couch, drinking my cacao. I didn't really have any plans for this weekend, and I'm just letting it flow. And I'm just finding that I'm craving relaxation, so I'm just honouring that, and yeah, making a conscious effort to not get into my head of like, oh, I should do this or I could do this, and just, yeah, I think it's really important. But yeah, I'm going to do some yoga now, just a 30-minute flow, and then I want to make some more of my shatavari kalpa, which is the Āyurvedic blend that I explained yesterday. I might make that, might show you guys how I make that. I'll see. If anyone's interested. If you're not, you can probably just skip it. And I might make some cacao milk as well. Yeah. So I might do that, and then by that time it'll be the afternoon, and I might just go for a wee wander outside in the forest. Yeah. Hey, I just did a spontaneous workout after my yoga session. I didn't plan it, but I just finished the yoga and thought I'll just do a dance workout. I just love to dance. So I just put some music on and yeah, did a dance workout. Got nice and sweaty. There's obviously no gym nearby to where I live, because we're just surrounded by mountains. And I haven't been to the gym in a few years, actually, just because my lifestyle hasn't been able to accommodate it. Like, for example, I stopped going to the gym, I think, when I was in my first year of studying social work, because I just couldn't afford it as a student. And then I moved out to a house bus, which is also in a very rural area, so there was no gym nearby. And I think to like make use of a gym, what's the word, subscription, membership, you kind of want to be like close enough that you can go a couple times a week at least, and I couldn't do that. But in that year I did start doing pole dancing for fitness, and I loved it so much, so I'm definitely going to get back into that when we move somewhere where there's like a studio close by to where I live, which we probably will be in the new year, which is exciting. so I can get back into doing pole fitness, because I love that so much. So anyway, I just do little home workouts, Pilates, vinyasa yoga, dance workouts, cardio in this little room here, and it works fine for me. And just lots of walking and hiking when I can. But yeah, I just did a mini workout, and I'm just going to quickly gua sha my face. And then I will, then I've got to put my plants away because I gave them a good old watering and they're in the sink. So I'll put them back into their homes where they live, and then yeah, I think I'll make that kalpa, the shatavari kalpa, and show you guys. I haven't eaten anything. Obviously cacao is like, I almost class as a meal because cacao does have lots of fibre in it, and yeah, it's filling in a way. So yeah, but I haven't actually eaten anything apart from that, so I might make some toast in the middle of everything else. But yeah, anyone watching this, let me know if you use gua sha and how you've found it, if you've noticed any benefits or anything like that you want to share. So normally we have buckwheat bread that Max makes, but we also have backup frozen sourdough just in case we don't have any buckwheat bread. But the buckwheat bread is obviously gluten free and it just feels a lot better to eat. So basically you soak the buckwheat, I think like overnight, and then you blend it in a blender until it looks like a liquid. You need kind of a powerful blender. We have a NutriBullet, I think. So yeah, you blend it and then you pour it into a bowl, and then you leave it covered up. You leave it covered up for another, I think like 24 hours or so, and then it ferments. So it's basically fermented bread, which is obviously really good for all of the healthy bacteria. And then yeah, then you bake it. You pour it into a loaf tin, and then you bake it. And then you can use it like normal bread without toasting it, but I really like it toasted. And then yeah, it's a really good option if you don't like to eat gluten, but like I also really don't like the gluten-free breads that you get at the shops. They're all full of other weird ingredients that kind of don't belong in bread, or I don't want to put in my body. So we really love that option, and Max is really good at making it. So maybe I'll have to make a video of him making that for you guys if anyone is interested. You can find the recipe on Google, just type in buckwheat bread. I remembered that we had 3 avocados that I got when I was up in the Tasman, in the Nelson area, and they took a while to ripen, but they're like perfectly ripe now, and I just remembered, so I'm going to have a bit of avocado on toast because I am really hungry. And I think I'm also going to have an English breakfast tea. I try not to have caffeine, like anything with caffeine, after like 12 p.m. and it's 3 o'clock, but I just really feel like a cup of tea. So I'm just going to do it. And I've been sleeping really well anyway, so I think I should be fine. So I'm going to make the toast, make a cup of tea, I might do these dishes, and then we will be ready to make the kalpa. Okay, I'm gonna make the shatavari kalpa now. Need to put my hair up because this is getting in my way. First, I'm gonna put some coconut sugar and milk in my tea. So for the kalpa we need ghee. I choose to use this ghee because I contacted them and asked about just their ethics with the cows, because I have been vegan for the past 8 years and it's only in the last, well, even 9 years now. It's only in, oh my gosh, or is it 10 years? I actually think it's 10 years because I went vegan when I was like 19, 20 and I'm 30 now, so 10 years. And it's only in the last year since studying Āyurvedic and other health modalities and bodies of wisdom that I have started to incorporate just some eggs, mostly from like backyard chickens, or only from backyard chickens. I don't buy eggs from the store, and some ghee, and that's it. Oh, and I eat like raw honey from local bees. Anyway, we get some of the best honey in the world here in Aotearoa, so yeah. But yeah, I contacted this place and they say that they do not separate the baby cows from the mothers, and yeah, none of the, and they don't send like the bobby calves to be slaughtered. So I hope that I can trust them. Yeah, I believe that I can. So this is a ghee that I use for those reasons. And I don't use heaps of it. I only really use it to make Ayurvedic medicine. I don't use it in much cooking at the moment, or like, yeah, I just use it to make Ayurvedic medicine. So you need a couple of tablespoons of that. And normally I just make shatavari ghee, shatavari kalpa, but I'm gonna put ashwaganda in it this time. I got really lovely shatavari and ashwaganda from when I was in India. So I get the saucepan, a few tablespoons of the ghee, and just start to melt that. In Ayurvedic medicine, ghee is seen as a really potent and powerful medicine, really, to build the ojas, or the juices of life. So ghee is thought to carry medicines through to all the dhatus, or the tissues, which is really important for the reproductive system, because in Ayurvedic wisdom, the innermost dhatu or tissue is the reproductive tissue for both men and women. So ghee is thought to be really powerful and really amazing at bringing the medicine through to the innermost tissues. So that's why ghee is used in a lot of medicine in Ayurveda. So I need some cinnamon and some turmeric. I like this brand, Series Organics. They source really good products. And good old Greg's from the supermarket ginger. I stopped filming because I couldn't do two things at once, and I thought it might start to burn if I wasn't focused, and I do like to bring a little bit of intention into these medicines, so I put the camera away and finished it. But basically, since you last saw, all I did was add the spices, so the ginger, turmeric and cinnamon, just like a couple of pinches, and then I added coconut sugar, a couple tablespoons of coconut sugar, and then just continue to stir it. And the coconut sugar kind of helps to absorb the ghee, and you toast that off a little bit more, and then it's done. And then I just put it into a jar. So that's kind of what it looks like. This is just an old recycled jar. Definitely good to store it in glass, not plastic. And then I'll just leave it here with the lid off to air out for a couple of hours, and then yeah, put it away. And then to use it, I just have like a teaspoon to a tablespoon of that, of this, into a mug with some hot milk, or I add it to my cacao. You can add it to your coffee if you really want to. And it's really good for women in and around your menstrual cycle, or just throughout your cycle. And yeah, I think you can get it at most health food stores these days, or like online. I'm sure you can find it online if you're interested in trying any Ayurvedic medicines. I'll show you what book I'm reading at the moment on my e-reader. For all you guys that are into, any of you are into fantasy novels, you will like this. If you aren't into fantasy novels, you probably will not. So I'm reading Queen of Myth and Monsters at the moment on my Kobo. It's pretty good. It's not as amazing as like Akota or Jennifer Armentrout's series. What was the name of it? I read it a little while ago. Now I can't remember the name of the series. But it's about the maiden. If you've read it, you'll know. It's about the maiden, and anyway, it's not as good as her series. It's probably not as good as the Bridge Kingdom series, but it's still up there. Yeah, the world building and like the character development isn't as in depth and strong, but it's still a really good story, and the connection between the two main characters is just like what holds the book down, I think. But yeah, that's the book I'm reading at the moment, and I'm going to read that now on the couch with my tea. Pants are all high on my dancing ferns.
They look like cats' tails or something. Running down here, that's probably where you went.